All right, so I recently have gotten the pleasure to watch season 2 of Peacemaker, and I finally caught up to episode 7. And now that I'm all caught up, I just wanted to take this moment to talk about the show and like the future of the DCEU or whatever James Gunn wants to call it, right? Because there's a lot of like interconnected like pieces that came out of Peacemaker, right? So just jump right into it, right? And the first thing I want to say, because this has like been on my mind since I've watched season 2, right? It's been ingrained in my head. I hope they do something with Eagly, right? More specifically, I hope we get super pets. I don't care if it's an animated movie, whatever movie, show. I please. And yes, I know this exists, but that doesn't count. And plus, I think, especially knowing what we know about Eagly, it would just be a very, very, very missed opportunity. It's no, because this is about to go off. I'm about to go off the rails. Especially if you're giving like our favorite superheroes like the signature. If Superman could get a dog, Peacemaker get his eagle. Grant Gustin better have a pet. Where I swear to beans, yo. If you don't have a pet and this guy don't have a pet cow, we going up. We're going up. Come on. But yeah, besides, one other thing I like about this show was the reference to, right? The Batman reference was all over the place. It was one of the things that I visibly noticed. Like the best example, we've seen the Batman, the bunny chick. Yes, I didn't know she existed before. Yes. Or like when the first time we seen Keith and he asked Peace, "Oh, I thought you was in Blue." That's obviously a Nightwing reference. Which also that means Bloodhaven does exist in the DCU, right? All right, cool. So, what that also tells me is what I haven't heard anyone talk. And this is just speculation with very little information we know about Brave and the Bold, right? Because that's so far out, right? But it can be safe to assume, right? Since Brave and the Bold is like that's Damien's like Batman Robin, right? That's Damien's Robin, right? Knowing that, it's a Nightwing could possibly be in Blood. Well, especially in the DCEU. My fault. We could probably. So I'm thinking there's definitely a Red Robin, Red Hood out there somewhere. Has to be. It has to be. I feel like, the mentioning of Bloodhaven was confirmation at least. And Brave and Bold, we can definitely assume there's at least, hopefully 3 Robins by the time Brave and the Bold comes out, hopefully. Yeah. Back to Peace, little sidetrack. My initial thoughts overall about season, it's pretty good. Better than season 1, honestly. Has really, really made sure that, the DC is a big, like he really time and, really and I noticed that a lot of, Peacemaker. He really fleshed it out. Many storylines you can build off, grow. And honestly, there's a lot of people just saying, it feels like homework. It's going to feel like homework. I think the James Gunn, he's doing it right. You can probably say it feels like homework for Marvel. Yeah, okay. But the difference between Marvel and DC is James Gunn is all over it. If it's DC is all, Kevin Feige, he's not going to just be all over it. He's not going to be all over it. He's not going to be all over it. He's going to have his peoples who he trusts, who he's not going to be all over. And so there's going to be some continuity errors. But that's one of the reasons why I have been really, really, really enjoying Peacemaker. James Gunn is heavily attached. He has a direction, and I really, really like that. Love that. The continuity errors were practically non-existent, if not. So, yeah. Episode 7, I can't wait to release. This is where I'm going to toss it to y'all in the comments. What do you think about Peacemaker Season 2? Are you excited for Season 7? If you're by your time you watch it, did you like Eppin? Let me know in the comments.